new trades, new employment, and new services. Forest communities rebelled against the changes imposed upon them because that was the tribal people's livelihood. So they started to protest against that or rebel against that. The people of Batsar. Batsar is located in the southern part of the Chhattisgarh, and the initiative was taken by Durwas of the Kangar forest where reservation first took place, and a new law of the Forest Act introduced by the colonial government and reserved two-thirds of the forest in 1905. The British sent troops to suppress the rebellion. It took them 3 months to regain control. Because even though it was Adivasi people without the modern weapon, then also British people taken 3 months time to regain the control over the this Adivasi people. A victory for peoples of Batsar was that the work on reservation was suspended and the area was reduced to half of that planned before in 1910. Before they said two-thirds of the forest going to be reserved. Then they changed the law in 1910, that is only half they are going to make the reserved one. And they rose in rebellion against the Dutch in 1717, but their uprising was suppressed. Again they started in rebellion and with Dutch people, that is in 1717, that also suppressed. Then scientific forestry in Java. Forest laws were enacted in Java. The villagers resisted these laws. Forest timber was used for ship and railway sleepers because in that area we are getting the hardwood. Then the Dutch government used Balen Donginsten system for extracting the free labor from the village. What they are doing, they are taking the village people, especially Adivasi people. They can live inside the forest freely. They can live. Only thing they want to work without payment for the government. That was the system, and that also they started rebellion against that one. Samin's movement around 1890. Samin of the Randul Belting village, a teak forest village, questioned the state ownership of the forest because they taken the forest and they are taking the labor from the Adivasi people. They started to question that one. A widespread movement spread and they protest by lying on the ground when the Dutch came to survey it and refusing to pay tax and perform labor. Then how they resisted? They was lying down the ground and they are not ready to pay tax and they are not do their work. What work they given to the Adivasi people, they was not ready to perform that labor or that work. Then World War and deforestation. Because of the first and second World War, what happened? We have studied in second and third lesson or third lesson of history about the first World War, second World War, some traces, not the fully, but we got the understanding that because of the military purpose and because of the fight against each countries, they are in need of sheep, railway, so how much they may cut down the forest on that time. The World War had a major impact on forest. The forest department cut freely to meet the British demand, not for Indian demand. Because of the British demand, which forest, Indian forest was cut down. In Indonesia, the Dutch destroyed the sawmills and burned large piles of the teak logs. What they want to get the hardwood, for that purpose they are taking the trees or the part of the plants, means a big stem of the plants, by burning the sawmills. The Japanese, after occupying Indonesia, exploited the forest recklessly for their war need. And not only the European, even the Asian countries, when they occupied some of the Indian subcontinent area, that time they also without any thinking, they also cut down the trees for their war purpose. Then each and every country, Japan or Dutch or Britain, which countries was participated in First and Second World War actively, they used their colony area. Don't think only this Indian subcontinent or India. Other countries also, where they was getting the hard trees for their purpose, that trees they was cut down for their use. Then the new development, the government realized that if forests are to survive, local community need to be involved. We want to keep the forest safely, then they want to get the government want to get the help of the local people. There are many such examples in India where the communities are conserving forest in sacred groves, and this looking after is done by each member of the village and everyone involved. And if we are going to Adivasi area, they are looking after forest in a sacred manner, not in a ordinary manner or where they are getting the livelihood. No, they are thinking that is the dwelling place of gods. Like that way they are conserving the forest. We other people, we can't conserve forest like that. How the Adivasi people, they are conserving the forest. Okay, now we will go to the textbook. We will see the major headings. We are not going to read all the part, just to go through the major headings of the lesson. So we are continuing. This is textbook, and this is the section 2 of our textbook, and we are having two lessons, 4th and 5th lesson. Any one of the lesson we want to study. We want to study any one of the lesson. And what is the name of that section? It is the livelihood, economics and societies. That is the heading of the lesson. From history, how we are finding out, even in 10th standard same condition, first 2 lessons or 3 lessons like events and other things, and second group it is coming livelihood, economics and societies. Okay, so we are having 2 lessons in this, and for first lesson what we already seen, that is the 4th lesson will take you into the forest and tell about the variety of ways forests were used by communities living with them to find out their livelihood from the forest. That is the main theme of the 4th lesson. And 5th lesson will track the movement and of the pastoralists and the mountain and desert. Means we are going to study about the nomadic tribal nomadic group of people, India and other countries also. So like these 2 lessons, here in both lesson, not only Indian situation, we will study other country situation also. That may be African situation, maybe other European situation or American situation, like that things. Means it is like a we can make a comparative study between India and other any one of the different continents or any one of the continent, like that. In this way these lessons are made. So we are moving to the lesson, that is the forest society and colonialism. And we know what is how the British people, they used India in different way. In the same way they are using the forest also. Then a sal forest in Chhattisgarh, we have seen that when we discuss the main points, how the Chhattisgarh people, they was protesting against the what we can say the tribal forest law of British. And what is why deforestation? We have seen like that to be improved the land. They are thinking like that land is a waste, so they want to make like that to be improved. Then we can see source A. The idea that uncultivated land had to be taken over and improved was popular with the colonizers everywhere in the world, not only India, everywhere it was. It was argued that justified conquest. In 1896, the American writer Richard Harding wrote on the Honduras in the Central America. In Central America, what happened? So we have said already in the introduction part of the lesson, or when we discuss not only Indian situation, other situation also we was discussing in this lesson. Again, it is given box 1. In the absence of cultivation in the place does not mean the land was uninhabited. So in Australia, when the white settlers landed, and they claimed that the continent was empty or terra nullius. In fact, they were guided through the landscape by Aboriginals track and led the Aboriginal guides. The different Aboriginals communities in the Australia had clearly demarcated territories. The means they are the Aboriginals of the Australia. What happened? They was living in the forest and they are having the specific area territory to live that they showed to the British people. This are the white people or the European people. When they came to Australia, they thought like that they can make it under them very easily, but when they went inside the forest with the guide of these Aboriginals, they understood it is not that much easy task. Then sleepers on tracks. To make the railway track, they may cut down the trees that also are very hardwood trees. Then now also we can see in some area there is the wooden sleepers what they made, it is there. Then the source B. The new lines to be constructed was the Indus Valley Railway between Multan and the Sukkur, a distance nearly 300 miles at the rate of 2000 sleepers per miles, and total 300 miles, and each and every miles needed 2000 pieces of wood to make the railway sleepers. Then how much we needed? If we are dividing, we can understand that 6 lakh pieces we needed as a sleepers, and that is the that if you have what is the length and width of the sleeper? 10 feet by inch and 5 by 5 inch, and total it is 3.5 cubic feet piece need for a sleeper. Like that, how much it is? Again, want to multiply by 3.5 cubic meter. It is coming 20 lakh cubic feet of wood needed for this only 300 miles of railway track. That much they was cutting down the trees, taken like this big pieces for that purpose. Then the ladies, they are collecting the small wood pieces for firewood purpose also. Still we can see, if you are going to the Adivasi area, they are used to collect the tree small branches which were falling down branches for fuel purpose. Next one, it is plantation. For plantation purpose also they made cut down the trees. Not only India, if you are going to African situation, same condition. Then the next topic, it is a rise of commercial forestry. To make use how we can plant the trees for our own purpose, which trees we needed. For example, if we need sal or mahogany like that hardwood, or if we want rubber like that trees, we can cut down forest and we can plant which type of trees we needed. Okay. The other plantation of Kanga in 1933. In that they cut down the trees, original trees, and they planted which trees they needed. In that way they was making the commercial forestry. And nowadays we can see social forestry, that is the new word we are using in India to make the forest even with the help of ordinary people or the village people, because we can plant as much as of plants. Like that, slowly we can make a maximum plantation of trees, not like forest. Then also that is known as the social forestry, that is the new term. And how were the lives of the people affected? They was collecting flowers, leaves, like that, many things from the forest for food purpose, for making medicinal purpose, like that thing. Here it is, they are collecting the maua and maua indica from the forest. It is we can, if you are going to Jharkhand area, we can see the village people, they are collecting the flowers of this one and seed of the maua plant. They are using for different purpose as a seed. That seed they are using for the dry fruit purpose, and maua flowers they are making to make the medicine as well as for liquor purpose they are using. And they are used to make the alcohol. Everything is there in the textbook, you can read that one. Then if you are moving it again, we can many pictures it is given how they are bringing the grains and other things, that things we can see. The next one, how did the forest rules affect the cultivation? The forest people, if they are not, that it is not from India, it is from Africa and other area, it is included India also. So one of the major impact on the European colonization was the practice of the shifting cultivation or the Sweden cultivation. What they said, they are saying like that to stop the shifting cultivation. And many, not only India, many areas, we studied that one in 8th standard, shifting cultivation, primitive cultivation, like that. In that time we have seen many areas we was calling in different name. And in the shifting cultivation, parts of the forest are cut down and burned it in rotation. That we know what is shifting cultivation already. Seeds are sown in the ashes after the first monsoon rain, and the crop is harvested by October, November. Such plots are cultivated for the couple of years and then left follow for 12 to 18 years for the forest to grow, and then by that time the forest will grow, the trees will grow. That was the shifting cultivation situation. And it was in Africa they was making millets there. Brazil they was using that one, like the different parts of the world or Latin America or all the continents they was using the shifting cultivation. The European foresters regarded this practice as a harmful because they won't get the big trees after 18 years, after 20 years, 25 years. The trees are growing, not grown how they want for the commercial purpose in that way. So they are saying like that it is harmful. So we want to stop it, like that they are saying. Then the burning in the forest, primitive technology, in that way they are preparing the land for cultivation. Then who could hunt? The Adivasi people or the hunters and gatherers, they used to hunt and collecting their food, and the British people said to stop it, and they can make as an entertainment hunting or as a sports item they can hunt, like that British people said. Okay, we'll continue in next video.